Hello and welcome again to You Are Gorgeous. I'm trying out a slightly different camera angle today as most people seem to do their YouTube videos looking up, and I do remember hearing years ago when I was a little girl that if you hold a mirror above you when you get a bit older, you can see what you looked like 10 years ago, and if you look down into the mirror you can see what you look like in 10 years time. And I was about 10 at the time, so I tried this experiment and of course I didn't look any different. But now at the age of 58, if I try it and hold the mirror there and look down, you really don't want to do it. So I'm probably going to post this video however it looks, because I don't believe in perfection, because I think a little bit of quirkiness adds something to an appearance, personality. I believe there's perfection within, but not on the outside. And the person that really sort of underlined that what my hunch was right, well for me anyway, was who used to be Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh or Osho, known as the Rolls Royce guru. I really liked him, and what the Rolls Royces he said were really just to attract people's attention, but I bet he enjoyed them as well. But his books are great fun. It's sort of spirituality sprinkled with a sense of humour. And it was in one of his books he said, you know, nature is not meant to be perfect, and if you see one of these gardens that's been perfectly homed and there's a bedding plant planted every 3 inches away from each other with a red and then a blue and then a red and then a blue, and then compare it with a beautiful garden allowed to go a little bit wild, I think I know what most of you would prefer. Anyway, I'm meant to be talking about colour and what colours suit you, and you'll find from looking at my other videos that my style is very spontaneous. So okay, I promise you I will get to particular types and what will suit you, so just bear with me. Now the colour I'm wearing today is not quite right for me, I know it isn't, but I had to get it because it's a thermal, and it was such a wonderful pattern for a thermal. It's now coming up for winter in Scotland, and I have no heater in my conservatory, which is where I film, which doesn't make a noise, and I'm waiting for one to arrive. So meanwhile I've got a thermal vest, this thermal, and my jumper on. Okay, so this I had to have, but the colour didn't quite suit me. So what do you do if you've got a colour that you love and it doesn't quite suit you? Simple, so you put something next to your face that really does suit you. I am what in the Colour Me Beautiful colour range is known as a clear, and I'll get onto that. And how I can remedy this, it's just a little bit too dull and a little bit too cool, a little bit too deep for me. So I can remedy it by putting various scarves or necklaces near my face just to lift, and see if you can see the difference. I'm not going to put the scarves on because I know you want to get to what colour's right for you, so I'll just give you a quick idea. Putting these colours that are right for me next to my face, see the difference. Red, bright red, coral, silver, and a lovely clear blue. Okay, so what colour is right for you? Well, on my knee here I have all the swatches that we use for Colour Me Beautiful, and these are what known as the turbo drapes, so that if we're sort of doing a group, or you just want to give a quick demonstration of what would suit somebody without going through my whole suitcase of colours, it just gives an idea. And I'm going to hold each one of these with a quick description next to my face and explain why it does or doesn't suit me, and then you might get an idea throughout the explanations of what will suit you. Now this is the swatch for a clear, and when you're looking at it, I always say to my clients, don't look at individual colours, because we'll get onto those later. For example, there's a blue for everybody, there's a red for everybody. It's not whether you suit red, blue or green or sky blue, pink with a thinly added border. It's the tone and the depth, the chroma, etc. of the colour. So this, I'm a clear, and I sort of need bright clear colours, almost like poster paints. So this is the right swatch for me. So if I put it there, you can probably see that it sort of suits me. It gives my face a bit of a lift, it makes my eyes stand out a little bit more. Okay, so a clear, if you've got usually dark hair and quite bright eyes in contrast, you will probably beat a clear, and you can go for brighter colours. And if you're wearing black, you want to add something brighter with it, or a contrast such as ivory or winter white. White is a little bit too harsh on most people. I'll do a whole video about that at some point. Next we have soft. So if your colouring is naturally soft, which means you've got sort of pale blonde to mousy hair, so going all the way through from pale blonde to mousy hair, like a light brown, with soft coloured eyes, so your overall look is quite soft and muted, very pretty. You can wear these muted colours, and you will see that they're a little bit, they're not terrible on me, but they don't do much for me. That's the soft palette. Okay, what have we got next? This is warm. This is absolutely super for anybody who's got red hair, strawberry, blonde hair, maybe a lot of freckles, a lot of warmth in the skin, obviously greeny coloured veins maybe. And if you saw like somebody with warm colouring in cool clothes, they just don't look well. None of us look quite well, or maybe look a bit older than we look when we have got the wrong colours on. So that is the warm palette, and you can see it's not terrible on me because I've got some warmth in my colouring. I'm a clear and warm. Okay, if you want to know more about your own colouring, you can go to my website, the link is below. You can come for a one-on-one colour consultation or arrange a group or a party, and I even do online. You can send me your photo and I'll analyse you. What have we got here? We've got deep. So deep would be if you have got dark hair and deep eyes usually, and you can get away with just really deep, rich, beautiful colours. Deep is really the only colour in all the spectrums of our different types that can wear black on its own. Well, we can all wear black on its own if we want, but most of us need black with a little something added to give it a lift. And then again, I will at some point do another video all about how to wear black depending on what your colouring is. Next, light. Light, if you're one of these people who really has got very, very pale eyes, very naturally light skin, you'll find that, you know, you don't like going out without mascara because your lash is probably very pale. Probably very natural to some of the natural sort of northern countries, the cooler Nordic countries. And as you can see, they're very pastel colours. They look fabulous on you if you're a light. But if you're not a light, they just make you look washed out. I think they probably make me look like I need to be rushed to hospital for a blood transfusion. It's probably offset by the fact that I've got a bright colour on. So again, getting the right colour lipstick for you can really help if you're wearing not quite the right colour. And last but not least, cool. Think Judi Dench. Some people are cool all their lives because they have light hair, light blonde hair or dark hair with usually blue eyes, and then they can go lighter and they become a cool. Or some people just become a cool because normally they've got the dark hair and blue eyes, and then they go grey or white. And that analogy used to be when I was in the 60s that everybody over 60 would start wearing beige. But often when people become cool, what they need to do is go on to much brighter colours. So that's it. That's cool. And I think that's it for today. Because I will do other videos. If there's anything that anybody particularly wants me to do a video, please leave a message. And could I ask you pretty please to subscribe, because I'm just building up my channel. Of course, by the time you watch this, it could be a few years from now and maybe I'll have lots of subscribers. But at the moment, you know, I've only got a few. So great. Look, have a lovely day, and whatever colour you're wearing, just rock it. Okay, bye for now. Gorgeous.